Hey, it's Devon Liker from Retirement Wellness SA. Now, I specialize in helping GEPF members make one of their most important decisions, which is should you retire or resign from the GEPF. Now, at this point in time, perhaps you're thinking about resignation and you're not 100% sure that that is the way that is the most appropriate route for you. Or maybe you just want to find out a bit more information. Or maybe you already decided that resignation is the path. Well, today I want to share with you 5 secrets, 5 super secret techniques that most GEPF members don't really know. And I'm pretty sure that most of them you're not familiar with right now. So are you ready to be empowered? Good, let's get started. Hey, it's Devon Liker from Retirement Wellness SA. Now, I specialize in helping GEPF members make one of their most important decisions, which is should you retire or resign from the GEPF. Now, at this point in time, perhaps you're thinking about resignation and you're not 100% sure that that is the way that is the most appropriate route for you. Or maybe you just want to find out a bit more information. Or maybe you already decided that resignation is the path. Well, today I want to share with you 5 secrets, 5 super secret techniques that most GEPF members don't really know. And I'm pretty sure that most of them you're not familiar with right now. So are you ready to be empowered? Good, let's get started. So the first secret I want to share with you is going to come as a complete shock to you. And that is in terms of tax. The secret is resignation is something that can allow you to pay the least amount of tax. Now, I know that sounds counterintuitive and in contrast to what it is that you've heard before, but the reality is because resignation is a lot more flexible, it's going to allow you that opportunity to create the tax saving. So let me explain what I mean. In terms of your resignation package itself, the lump sum that you receive, you can adjust that lump sum so that you are paying less tax. It's unlike retirement where the gratuity that you collect is a fixed amount. You can't really ask GEPF to adjust that figure in any way. Here, with very, very careful planning, this is one of the techniques that I use for GEPF members who want to resign. We can actually get to a point where we know for sure, right down to the last cent, what's the lump sum you can take in order to not pay any tax. Now that gives you huge leverage because, again, it puts you in a position to pay less tax, no tax, but basically to keep it to a bare minimum. Next, in terms of your monthly income, so you know the monthly income is also a taxable income. So if you had to retire, the income that you're seeing there is taxable, and same if you resign, the income that you receive is taxable. What's the difference? We could adjust the income here. So your income could be adjusted, and there might be multiple of reasons that your income might need adjusting without compromising the quality of your life. And simply by doing that adjustment, it creates a tax saving for you. So it allows you to pay less tax. See? So another huge benefit. One more tip that I want to share with you is, if a member has to pass away through retirement, there's a lump sum that's getting paid if the member passes away again before 5 years. That benefit that's passed on to your family, again, will form part of your estate, and then it's going to become a taxable benefit. So you want to be mindful of how that benefit is taxed. Whereas on the resignation side, depending on how you're choosing to invest your money, there are techniques in which we can actually save on that estate duty and basically the taxes on death. And by so doing, you create another super tax saving for yourself. So those are 3 techniques on tax that most GEPF members don't know. And I'm hoping you found that extremely helpful. Next, I want to share with you in terms of flexibility. And this is one of the most powerful techniques, I would say, or abilities that GEPF resignation allows for you. The easiest way for me to explain it is if you had to view retirement, and this is not saying retirement is not a good option, but retirement is sort of like a box, you see? So whatever is given to you is predetermined. You can't tell GEPF this is how you want it to be. They would provide you with a lump sum. They would provide you with a monthly income. So you're given a box and you have to fit your lifestyle around that box. On the resignation side, what you are given is what I would say plasticine or Play-Doh. So you're given Play-Doh here. And if you've used that before, you know this is something that's soft and you can basically mold it to whatever it is that your circumstances are. So the beauty of this is, again, with the right advice, your resignation can actually be custom made, can be custom designed to your lifestyle. Meaning, if you want to save on tax, the plan can be customized so that you're creating the maximum tax saving. If you want to invest for growth, the plan can be customized to show you how to do that. If your focus is to leave a legacy, meaning you want to leave money behind so that there's money for your spouse, there's money for your kids, you could do that because this is customized. If you want to ensure that you are earning an income for life, you could do that as well because it's fully customized, you see? So inside of this, there's the flexibility itself here gives you that freedom, see, to create something that you have that no other GEPF member is going to have. Perfect. So your second tip here is centered around flexibility. The next is in terms of capital growth. Now, maybe this is something that is key for you. You want to be able to grow this capital. I'm going to show you what's taking place here. This will assume is your capital. Let's say when you are resigning, that's your pool of capital. Naturally, you would get a portion of this in cash, but that capital now is getting invested. You naturally want to invest wisely so that you are able to save on tax. And if you've attended the masterclass that I run, then you know those techniques on how to save on the tax as well and how to get the investment done wisely. So here sits your pool of capital. You would be investing that capital in some place, and that place would provide you with a return. And then coming out of that capital is going to be your income. So the income that you receive on a monthly basis. And again, with the right advice, with the right guidance, I've seen this for members where you can put yourself in a position where you're able to receive your income to support the lifestyle that you are accustomed to. And the return that comes through from the investment is enough to support the income that you are receiving plus grow your capital. Meaning you could start off with this capital here, but over a period of time, your capital could be a lot larger. See? Now, this is, there's a lot of special techniques here, but the opportunity is available to every single member to do. It's not necessarily that you may do this, but know that there's a process for you to get this done as well. And you can also get the capital to grow. So that's the third thing I want to share with you. The next in terms that I want to share is in terms of, I'll call this one your legacy. But I want you to think of this as more than just a legacy, because the beauty of how this thing can be structured, again, with the right advice, is imagine this is the wealth, this is your capital. This is the wealth that you've created here. That's the pool of money that you have. Using these techniques that I share in Masterclass and I do with government employees on a one-on-one, that wealth can then pass on to your spouse. But what if you don't have a spouse? Or what if your spouse is not around? Then we can take that a step further and we can pass that wealth down to your kids. But it doesn't have to end there, because what if we can take it a step further and move it from your kids to your grandkids? And it doesn't stop there. What if we could take it from your grandkids to your great-grandkids? So what this allows you to do is not just creating a legacy, not just making sure that your spouse is okay, but with the right planning, this is going to allow you to do what I call generational wealth, meaning you now are in a position where you've built wealth inside your family for years to come, something that they'll always remember. See, provided each person has the right guidance on how to manage this, then you know that this capital would sustain itself and it doesn't get finished. There's ways in which this can actually even be growing for future generations to support them as well. That's the fourth thing. And then the fifth thing, which also seems is going to sound very, very strange, that I want to share with you. It might be one of the things that is very painful for you right now and might be like a concern for you if you are resigning, but it's actually in terms of medical aid. So in terms of medical aid itself, right now you could be on GEMS or POMED, but the number of options that you have are very limited. I'm going to use an example. Let's say now you have 4 options for medical aid. So 4 different types of plans that you have available to you, and then you're choosing those 4 options. So again, I'm using an example. When you, upon resignation, you now are exposed to all the different medical aid companies, and there are many companies. For example, Discovery, Momentum, Bonitas, Sanlam. There's a huge variety of medical aids for you to choose from, which means suddenly you're moving from 4 options to well over 100 different options of medical aid. And because there's an increase in options, this then can create a saving for you, because now you've got more options to choose from. You can then find something that's a lot more customized to what you need your medical aid for. You see, you can always get that kind of benefit. And as your circumstances change, well, guess what? You don't have to stay within the option that you started off with, because now you've got this huge variety of options to choose from. Now, inside of the masterclass, I go through all of what I've shared with you in greater detail, but I hope you found this video extremely insightful. In fact, I do want to hear from you. What technique did you not know about? Of the 5 tips that I've shared with you now, what were you not familiar with? And a step further, which is the one that has been the most captivating for you? So post a comment below and let me know. Please like the channel and also subscribe to it, because I share a lot of content that can help you on your path. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you.